have Elif um, from Turkey, and it's a dedicated student at Middle East Technical University and a project manager at Karaman International Group in Turkey. Elif's commitment to social development and justice makes her a valuable contributor to our conference today. So let's hear from her.
Hello everyone again, I am Elif Gündoğdu. Thanks for having me today. I am honored to discuss a pivotal topic that encapsulates the essence of social justice and community rehabilitation, which is the reintegration of young inmates in Turkey. In the next 20 minutes, I invite you to explore with me the comprehensive strategies employed in Turkey to facilitate the successful integration of these vulnerable individuals back into society. First, we will have an introduction part, which is divided into three categories. The first one is importance of the reintegration of young inmates. The second one is overview of the strategies employed in Turkey. And the third one is the purpose of the presentation. Let us start with importance of the reintegration of young inmates. But first, we should actually understand what integration process means. Reintegration is often understood as the support given to offenders during their re-entry into the society following imprisonment. A broader definition, however, encompasses several interventions undertaken following an arrest to divert offenders away from the criminal justice system to an alternative measure, including a restorative justice process or suitable treatment. It includes imposing community-based sanctions rather than imprisonment to ease the social reintegration of offenders within the community, and rather than subjecting them to the marginalized and harmful effects of imprisonment. For those who are sentenced to imprisonment, it includes correctional programs in imprisonment and aftercare interventions. In recent years, the post-release community-based part of these interventions has been variously referred to as aftercare, transitional care, or reentry support, reintegration, or resettlement. Some post-release interventions may begin while the offender is still imprisoned with the intent of helping post-release adjustment. In recent years, more emphasis has been placed on designing comprehensive interventions based on a continuity of care to prevent consistent aid to offenders within the beyond prison. There is a recognition that preparation for reintegration should begin before the offender's release. After their release, interventions should support their immediate translation from the prison to the community and reinforce the gains achieved through in-prison treatment and continue until a successful reintegration is completed. This approach is often referred to as thorough care, a system-wide mode of intervention. All interventions, regardless of their method, are best delivered as part of an integrated program designed to address an individual offender's specific issues and challenges. And renewed attention has been given to strength-based approaches to make use of personal and community assets in order to help released offenders face their challenges and successfully reintegrate into the community. In Turkey, we try to implement as many strategies as we can on the reintegration of young inmates. To summarize all of them, divided in 6 groups: education and vocational training, work programs, psychological support and counseling, family and community support, post-release support services, and finally, legal aid and rehabilitation. We will talk about these approaches later in a more detailed way. But why do we talk about these approaches? What is the importance of them? It's important to recognize that successful reintegration requires a multifaceted approach that addresses the complex needs of young inmates and provides support at various stages of their journey from incarceration to community reintegration. Additionally, the effectiveness of these strategies may vary based on factors such as the individual's background, the nature of their offense, and the availability of resources within the Turkish criminal justice system. Let's commence our journey by acknowledging the profound significance of this issue. Young offenders, often victims of circumstances beyond their control, stand at the verge of a dangerous cycle of crime and imprisonment. Without proper intervention and support, they risk becoming trapped in a never-ending cycle of psychological exclusion and misery. However, through strategic and compassionate subjects and approaches, we can offer them a pathway to redemption and reintegration. Education and vocational training are fundamental components of reintegration strategies for young inmates in Turkey, aimed at equipping them with the skills and knowledge necessary to reintegrate into society and secure employment upon release. Here's a detailed explanation of these components. As you can see, I've divided this approach into 3 subcategories: education programs, vocational training programs, and life skills training. In education programs, many young inmates may have gaps in their education, including deficiencies in reading, writing, and mathematics. Education programs within prisons aim to address these gaps by providing basic literacy and numeracy instruction. This foundational education is essential for young inmates to access further learning opportunities and participate fully in society upon release. Moreover, some prisons actually offer secondary education programs, allowing young inmates to complete their high school education while in prison. This can include courses leading to attainment of a high school diploma or equivalent qualification. Completing secondary education not only improves inmates' academic skills, but also enhances their prospects for further education or employment post-release. In vocational training programs, skill development is really important. Vocational training programs focus on equipping young inmates with practical skills that are in demand in the job market. These skills may include plumbing, electrical work, automotive repair, computer programming, culinary arts, and more. Training is often first-hand, allowing participants to gain real-world experience and proficiency in their chosen field. In some cases, vocational training programs may lead to the attainment of industry-recognized certifications or qualifications. These certifications can significantly enhance inmates' employability upon release as they prove proficiency and competence in specific trades or professions. On the other hand, reintegration programs may often include job placement aid services to help young inmates transition from vocational training to gainful employment upon release. This may involve partnerships with local businesses, job fairs within prisons, resume writing workshops, or interview preparation sessions. And in life skills training, education and vocational training programs may incorporate components focused on financial literacy, teaching young inmates essential money management skills such as budgeting, saving, and understanding financial institutions. But also developing effective communication and interpersonal skills is crucial for success in both personal and professional life. Programs may offer training in conflict resolution, assertiveness, active listening, and teamwork to help young inmates build healthy relationships and navigate social interactions effectively. And education programs often emphasize the development of critical thinking and critical thinking skills. Inmates are encouraged to analyze information critically, evaluate options, and make informed decisions, which is a skill set that is valuable both in workplace and in everyday life. By providing education and vocational training opportunities, reintegration programs aim to empower young inmates with the knowledge, skills, and confidence needed to lead productive and fulfilling lives upon their return to society. These programs play a crucial role in breaking the cycle of crime and promoting successful reintegration into the community. And our next strategy is work programs. Work programs for young inmates in Turkey provide personal growth, skill learning, and reintegration into society. These programs include producing goods, public work projects, and service responsibilities. And skill development is an important advantage since it provides inmates with practical abilities that will help them find work after they are released. Work programs can give inmates a small salary, which promotes financial independence and responsibility. Therapy advantages are also available, which promotes mental and emotional well-being. These programs also help inmates navigate life's hurdles outside the jail, minimizing crime and encouraging positive outcomes. However, to conduct effective employment programs, all eligible convicts must be secure, subject to fair labor standards, and have equal access. Overall, such efforts help to create safer communities and lower crime rates. Psychosocial assistance and counseling are critical components of reintegration plans for young inmates in Turkey. These programs satisfy the emotional, mental, and social needs of imprisoned people, assisting them in overcoming obstacles, developing coping strategies, and forming meaningful connections. We can divide these in 6 categories. First one is individual counseling. This provides confidential sessions to address personal issues and set goals and develop coping strategies. Group therapy offers peer support, skill building exercises, and community building through group sessions. And the third one, family counseling, facilitates discussions to repair relationships, improve parenting skills, and plan for reintegration. The fourth one, peer support programs, pairs inmates with mentors for guidance and social skills development. The fifth one, crisis intervention program, offers immediate emotional support and teaching inmates coping techniques. And the last one, aftercare services, assists with transition planning and providing ongoing support after release. Family and community support are crucial for the successful reintegration of young inmates. These support networks improve outcomes and minimize crime by strengthening the familial relationships, utilizing community resources, and encouraging social inclusion. I divided these into 7 groups, and family reunification programs facilitate family visits, offer counseling, and support strained relationships. In social and emotional support, families provide encouragement, stability, and love, helping inmates navigate challenges. In practical assistance, families are helped with housing, employment, and financial needs, easing the transition. And in reintegration planning, collaboratively plans with families, sets goals, identifies support, and addresses barriers. Friends, neighbors, and organizations offer additional resources and opportunities through community support networks. Peer support programs are former inmates that provide understanding, solidarity, and encouragement. And lastly, education and awareness programs are community programs which reduce stigma and promote understanding, fostering social inclusion and support. These support systems provide a holistic framework for successful reintegration into society, reducing crime rates and promoting positive outcomes. Release support services. These services aim to provide assistance and resources to help individuals transition back into their communities, address their basic needs, and navigate the challenges they may face upon the release of them. Post-release support services are crucial for young inmates' successful reintegration. They address housing, employment, education, healthcare, financial, legal, and social needs. Transitional housing programs help in finding suitable accommodation, while employment support provides financial stability and self-worth. Education and training programs help young inmates access opportunities and enhance their employability. Healthcare access is essential for their well-being and reintegration. Financial assistance and benefits help alleviate financial challenges, while legal aid services help navigate the complex legal landscape. And community support and peer mentoring also play a vital role in reintegration. Overall, these services empower individuals to build brighter futures and become productive members of the society. Our last and final approach is legal aid and rehabilitation systems. Legal aid and rehabilitation services play crucial roles in the reintegration process for young inmates. Legal aid services aim to provide assistance to individuals who may not be able to afford legal representation or access legal resources independently. They play with legal issues, appeals, parole or probation support, and re-entry legal services, ensuring fair treatment and access to justice throughout the reintegration process. For instance, in cases where young inmates believe they were wrongfully convicted or received an unfair sentence, legal aid services may help them file appeals or petitions for post-conviction relief. This process involves reviewing the legal grounds for appeal, gathering evidence, and representing the inmate in legal proceedings. And rehabilitation services focus on addressing the underlying issues that may have contributed to a young inmate's involvement in the criminal justice system and promoting positive behavioral change. These services often encompass a range of interventions aimed at addressing substance abuse treatment or mental health issues, education deficits, and other criminogenic needs. Key components of rehabilitation services for young inmates include substance abuse treatment to overcome addiction and maintain sobriety, life skills training to equip young inmates with practical skills into society. And these rehabilitation services offer mental health counseling, educational support too. And let's start with our conclusion part. Educational and vocational training. As we said, many reintegration programs focus on providing education and vocational training opportunities for young inmates. This could include basic literacy and numeracy education, as well as vocational skills, training in areas such as carpentry, welding, or computer skills. These skills aim to enhance their employability upon the release. Secondly, some prisons in Turkey may have work programs where inmates can gain work experience and earn a small income. These programs can help young inmates develop a work ethic and gain valuable skills that can be useful upon release. Thirdly, programs often include psychological and psychosocial support and counseling services to address the emotional and psychological needs of young inmates. This could involve individual or group therapy sessions, anger management classes, or substance abuse counseling. On the other hand, keeping connections with family and community support networks is crucial for successful reintegration. Programs may help family visits, provide family counseling services, or offer support inmates to reconnect with their communities upon release. Reintegration efforts extend beyond the prison walls, with programs offering support services to help young inmates transition back into society. This is provided by post-release support services. This could include help with finding housing, securing employment, accessing healthcare, and navigating legal and bureaucratic processes. Moreover, some reintegration programs may pair young inmates with mentors who can provide guidance, support, and encouragement as they reintegrate into society. Mentors can offer practical advice, serve as positive role models, and help young offenders stay on track with their goals. Lastly, reintegration programs may also offer legal aid services to help young inmates address any legal issues they may face upon release. Additionally, rehabilitation services such as drug or alcohol treatment programs may be available to support young offenders in overcoming challenges and leading productive lives after jail. And I think that's all. And these are my resources. Thanks for listening.